God bless you, everyone. Welcome to this prophetic ministry. As I said, I am doing this video to post it on YouTube since I'm unable to do live. I need like approximately 50 subscribers and I don't have much, so I hope and pray that I will get an extra 10 subscribers in Jesus' name. Anyways, the subject is on the journey of the promises of happiness. And it was a dream I got, but I want to talk about my journey that I have went through the promises of happiness. Now the Lord promised me two other things, education, joy, and I talk about it a lot. But the journey, the promises of happiness, oh my gosh. The things I've experienced, the things I have seen, the vexation, the anger, um, it has been extraordinary. For those who don't know what happiness is supernatural weight loss, is losing weight faster than the speed of light. And through exercising, fasting, walking, praying, and doing various things for the Lord. And it has its ups and it has its downs. So where I should begin? I don't even know what should I said the promises of happiness or um, my journey of happiness. I don't know. So I'll see what title I'll put it. But anyways, happiness. And there is great happiness. There is eternal happiness. There is everlasting happiness. There is happiness, and there's the happiness of love. There's the happiness of light. There's the happiness of kindness. And there's the happiness of heaven. So there is variations of happiness in the supernatural realm. But I'm going to talk about my journey and where I live. So the Lord gave me this promise in the year 2018. Okay. I did not know that I was not happy. I did not know that I was sad. The opposite of happiness is sad, and sad is fat, overweight, obese. That's what sadness is. Okay. I had no idea that there has such a thing called happiness. I did not know it existed. That's to show you how many things that we as humans don't know of. You understand? I know there's a mystery of marriage though, and the wedding, and we need to delve into that because, well, that's a whole different subject because we haven't talked about the marriage and the wedding, which is very important. But we'll talk about it, okay? I actually want to talk about work, right? Yeah. Which I did talk about the marriage of the Lamb and the supper and the marriage supper of the Lamb. I did by the church, right? So, um, So I didn't know I was happy. Even when I was at age 16, I had the most beautiful shape. My gosh, when I was 16, I was so petite. And I could remember I could eat anything. I remember I would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would still be slim. But I remember I was in PE, which is physical education. I was in track and field. I was a runner. I was running a lot. I used to run. I won medal in track and field for running. Can you believe that? And I used to ride bike. My mom bought us bike and we used to always ride bike. And I always used to walk with my friends. We used to walk miles and miles and miles, having fun, eating a kenepo, jojo, you know. You understand? So that was my daily life when I was age 16. You understand? However, growing up, being in a fornicative relationship was not really good for me. I'm just telling you guys, whoever listen to this, do not have sex outside of marriage. It's like, it's a hunting. It's like it'll hunt the person for like years. It's not even worth it. It's better just wait for the Lord to come and marry you. And then I moved back home approximately 11 years ago, and in the year 2020 I made a decision to actually take my body serious because I wasn't really exercising until one day I was taking care of a little girl and I took a picture of myself and I was like, wow, I saw how beautiful I was, but I saw how my belly had looked like, and I saw how my back had looked like. It had looked really out of shape and really horrible. So I decided to sacrifice. I remember I was in school and I got some money from school. I got approximately almost $3,000. It was $3,000. It was 1,000 something, and I think it was 1,000 something 2 months later. But it approximately was $3,000 within the 4 or 5 months. And I decided to go and join the gym. That was in the year of 2020. I was exercising for almost like months, and I see no result because I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. In the year of 20, at the end of 2020, I noticed that there was this guy that I truly, truly loved. And I presume he didn't like me no more. I guess now I realize one of the reasons was because I was not happy. I wasn't fit. I could remember he told me one thing, two things. He told me I was fat and ugly. Oh my gosh. I tell everybody that. And then the girl he was with, I remember when I began going to the gym, all of a sudden she started to act up. It was in the year 2020. She called me. I'm telling you all my journey and my story, and it's just the physical part. I'm going to tell you the spiritual part of it. Um, and she started to call my phone and call me all kind of names. And I remember I was downstairs at the fitness center. I remember I was doing sit-ups, and all of a sudden my phone calling, and this girl calling me while I'm doing sit-ups downstairs. Right. So I remember I started to scream. All the guys was downstairs, they heard me screaming on the phone with that girl. But now she's not really fighting no more. So, anyways, so in the year 2021, I began fasting. When I began fasting and exercising, that's when I first felt happiness. It was in the year of 2021. I think I was, I was on a stairmaster or something, and all of a sudden I felt my legs go down, and I was amazed. I was astonished that my legs went down and slim just like that, because I was exercising for months, and I didn't see no difference. I didn't feel anything because I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I didn't know I had to fast and pray. When I began fasting and praying is so powerful. When I began fasting and praying for my body and for my happiness, for the promises of happiness, I sat down and I wrote my prayer. I wrote and I went on my knees and prayed. I said, Lord, I pray, please make me happy. 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 Every day I would pray for my happiness. I still pray for my happiness, but not much like I was. I was diligent in praying for my happiness. And then when I began fasting, and then I began fasting and exercising with no food, just with water alone. And then that's when I saw a difference. But I started to eat like 1 o'clock. And then I began fasting more seriously. I began fasting till 3 and so forth. But then after a while, the Lord started to show me happy things, supernatural happy things. Now, happy things look like a beautiful gold. Happiness is okay. I didn't put the music too loud. Happiness looks like a beautiful gold of yourself, like a golden version of yourself. Like if you ever watch Superbook and you see how they show the angels, yeah, something like that. So the Lord started to show me happy things, and no, He gave me a new name. It was okay. No, it was one day I had, it was lacked money. That was my major issue, was lack of money, and I think that was before. Okay, no, we went too fast. Then at the end of 2020, I think, at the end of 2021, I decided to start the gym because I ran out of money. But I was already feeling happy already. You understand? So I decided to go and walk and stuff. While I was at the fitness center as well, I did get a back injury, I remembered. And I remember I fasted for 3 days and I took a picture. You understand? But I was already feeling happy from since the year 2021. Then I stopped the fitness center because I ran out of money, and I decided to go and exercise on my own, which was disaster. I remember I went and take a walk near the cemetery. Don't ever walk near the cemetery. I tell you, the cemetery have a bad vibes. But before that, the Lord was making me feel my feet. Like I was feeling like um, my feet was paining me, and I didn't understand why I was feeling pain in my feet, because I said, I didn't remember hitting my feet. I said, no, I did not hit my feet. Why do I feel pain in my feet? I was just feeling pain in my feet for no reason. I began rubbing my feet. So I wanted to lose it, so I decided to go and hike up on the mountains. I went and hike at the edge of the mountain, and that's a serious hike. It's like 7 miles, and like serious hike, like high hiking. While I was hiking, I hit my foot on a stump. But praise God, the Lord, I hit my foot, and it was my left foot. But I began walking again. It hurt. It was very painful. But for somehow the Lord reduced the pain while I was walking. So then the next 2 days, I decided to go and walk because I really wanted to lose weight. And I didn't have no money to go to the fitness center. And I did not know if they had other fitness centers. I did not know if they had any exercise class. Can you believe there are people on this earth right now who are trying to be happy and don't know nothing? We don't know none. We don't. I did not know about fitness centers. I did not know about exercise classes. I did not know about bike. I was hidden from it. In the fall anniversaries and stuff, they try to hide these things from just like the marriage and the wedding. You understand? But I done already in pursuit of it long ago. So I didn't know what to do, so I decided to go and take a walk by the cemetery because the cemetery had a hill and I wanted to walk on a hill to work my back. So I went by the cemetery, I walked in the cemetery and I hit my foot again on the tree stump. Now that was it for me, Miss. When I hit my foot, when I tell you excruciating pain, excruciating. When I tell you pain, I've never felt such great pain. Teeth pain is really bad too. It's just like the same as tooth pain. I went home and pain. When I tell you pain, excruciating pain, pain and pain. And I was in so much pain, I didn't think about going and drink a Tylenol, or I just couldn't walk. It was so painful. I felt like I was going to die, and I felt I was going to die, like um, because I saw that when someone's about to die, the heavens are open and Jesus Christ will descend upon them. When someone is about to die. So I was watching the heavens, which is the heaven up there, and I was seeing to see if Jesus was going to descend upon me because I felt like I was going to die. It was so painful. And then I remember I was fasting, and I remember I had a bun in the kitchen. I could not walk to the kitchen. I felt like walking to the kitchen was walking a million miles. I remember I sat on the chair and I said, Lord, if it's meant for me to die, please, let me die, please. I prayed. I said, please, I asked God to come and help me. And then, well, not help me, but I asked him to come and take away this pain, this death from me, because it felt like death. And I don't know what happened because I couldn't walk. I was walking on one foot because the left foot was so painful. So I was thinking of going to the hospital. I probably had gotten fractured. You understand? Anyways, I don't know what happened, but I got up and I felt at ease or a relief from the pain for a split second, and I went and I drank painkillers to kill the pain. As soon as I drank it, I felt instant relief, and I hopped to eat the bun because I was so hungry. I was so hungry. I just hopped to go and eat the bun. Then I went back on the bed, and all of a sudden I felt instantly like something supernatural. Someone was massaging my feet, my left foot. At that moment, what happened now? I was going to bed. I decided to go to Bethel Church. I went to Bethel Church, and then they told me they have a exercise class if I want to join, and I said sure. So So I joined the exercise class in Bethel Church. That's an Adventist church with a group of seniors, and they helped me a lot. My gosh, we exercised. That's when I started to feel happy. But I wasn't going to no gym or fitness center. Then the God bless their souls. I pray that they do well in Jesus' name. Then they blessed me and they blessed me with $50. So I went and in search of a fitness center because I felt like I was exercising, but I wasn't um, losing weight like how I would like to compared to others. And I was watching other people and I was watching how skinny they are, and I'm not skinny, and I wanted to be skinny. I wanted to be slim. And I was working and exercising a lot with the group for a couple months. I was even in charge of the group for 2 months and so forth until they changed and shift pastors. So then they blessed me with $50, and I went to the university. I don't even know why, how I ended up going to. Oh, I went and searched for other gyms because I felt like I needed more exercise because I felt I was fasting and I was doing the cardio, but I was really slack. My skin was getting saggy. So I knew I needed some form of toning. So I went and researched, and that was in the year of 2022. And then in the year 2022, I went and researched, and then I found a fitness center at the university. Anyways, they allowed me to join, and I joined the fitness center. At that moment, they had a transition with pastors, and a pastor that I didn't really like was taken in charge of the church because he don't like people with locks. He don't like people with locks, so you will pathfinder uniform. So because of that and other reasons of other things people went through, he didn't like people with locks being in praise and worship. I just decided I can't be there since they switched pastors. I didn't want to be amongst that pastor. So I decided to I joined the fitness center in the university, which I'm still a member of it up to now. And that was in the year of 22. At the end of 2022, I began doing some serious cardio, toning. Then I came across my great happiness, which is the prophetic ministry, and receiving the spirit of the Lord. This is a long story. And then I'm just then all of a sudden I began talking about the wrath of God. I did not know what the wrath of God was. All the Lord said in His word was the wrath of God is to smart the fat, to cast out the fat out of the body. I didn't understand why. I remember I was watching the students and they were so skinny, and I did not know it was because I had excess fat in my body that needed to come out. So then I went into my prophetic ministry and I spoke about the wrath of God. I did not know what it was. Then the Lord made me experience the wrath of God. Oh my gosh. I remembered I went and sit on that chair. Then after that, I became more alert to happiness. Then all of a sudden, I went and sit down on I could not sit down on other people's chair because when I was sitting on the chair, I was not losing weight. One day I went and sit down on the chair in the kitchen. Then all of a sudden, I felt the wrath of God came upon my phone. All fats just came out while I was sitting on the chair in the kitchen. Now, while I sit on the chair, I gain weight. Oh, no, you don't know, forgot. But I didn't. And the wrath of God came upon my foes. You understand? And I felt like I lost some weight in my thighs. So the Lord made me experience, and at that moment, He gave me a new name. At that moment, my name was Queen. I'm telling you guys. And then I was making flyers. When I was making the flyers, I started to lose weight, like really the speed of light. I was losing weight a lot. Then I had a WhatsApp group, and I was on my WhatsApp group, and I was texting on my WhatsApp group, and then I noticed my arms was getting slim. But then what happened is the beast came. I hate the beast. The beast actually tried their best to hinder me from being happy. My gosh, I lost a lot of things. When we don't know something, when that's why deception is not a good thing. The beast is a deceiver. The beast come to deceive people to think that we lose things. Let me tell you something. Not never again. I could see the beast a million occasions. They won't do nothing to me. The beast cannot stop the promises of happiness, and I'm so happy and glad to tell you that the beast is powerless to stop the promises. When the Lord promised something, the beast can try their best to hinder it, but it cannot. Because the Lord has sent the spirit, even though the person don't have anything, the Lord has sent the spirit of zeal, the spirit of grace, the spirit of the obsession. You know, they used to tell me how I obsess with the guy, but if they only know now, I'm obsessed with happiness. The Lord shift my obsession to something greater. So after that, he made me feel what wrath is. You know, that was what how it is to put wrath upon someone. So they was taking my fat, and that's how it began. And then I couldn't, and I noticed all of a sudden, when I started to sit on the chair, I wasn't feeling happy. Then I noticed I wasn't feeling happy. I was on a bed. The bed didn't belong to me. The mattress belonged to my sister. She purchased me the mattress. I just noticed that when I sleep on the mattress, I was gaining weight. So the Lord started to show me what sadness was. Oh, what areas was sad. Why my back had looked like that. I tell you. So when I start to sleep on her mattress, because it was her mattress, I just noticed my back was getting bigger. You understand? Then the Lord started to show me, make me feel what it was, because it's called feeling. Because someone could be happy and not feel happy, but the Lord opened my feeling of happiness. I began to feel happy, and I also felt what it is not to be happy, which is sad. I'm just telling you all the truth here. It was traumatizing to me. It was like a trauma to me, or a revelation, a realization. Like, oh my gosh, that's the reason why they don't want me to be employed. And at that moment I was seeking employment. But then when you receive the great awakening, you're awakening to truth. I awakened to why I was losing weight, why I wasn't happy, and why everybody purchased everything from me. Then the Lord made me. Then I start to give, and when I give, I don't know. Recently I gave, I ain't get nothing. Anyways, I came. The Lord made me read the scripture, and it said, "Happy is the person who have mercy upon the poor." I said, "So Lord, should I be happy? Should I remain poor so they can be happy?" I remember I always used to ask that question. I always ask the Lord, "Should I remain poor so they be happy?" And then so I never really liked sleeping on her mattress, because when I slept on her mattress, I noticed I used to gain weight. I remember I used to watch my back, and I used to cry. I used to cry when I see my back. I used to cry when I see my back. I remember I used to go to the fitness center, but even though when I was going to the gym didn't had no cardio, and it only had strength training for muscles only. The cardio machines, I came to realize that the students actually mashed up the cardio machine supernaturally with their bodies. I don't even know how to describe it, but they mashed up the treadmill, and they just mashed it up, and they only left the strength training one. And there's another place where only the other people only like strength training. They don't like the cardio. I know, right? So I came to realization that they actually mashed, they destroyed the cardio machine, because Jesus Christ supernaturally slimmed them, or they found other ways of being happy without exercising. Now, that was exercising. And then I read the word, and the word said, in the temples of the Lord is the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb. So the fitness centers, exercising is all in the realm of the Lord God Almighty. But then there's the Lamb, and the Lamb is the ministry, you understand, or doing something that Jesus Christ accepts is the Lamb. And I didn't know about the Lamb. I had no clue about the Lamb. I just knew about exercising. I get to know about the Lamb in the year of 2023. That's when the revelation of the Lamb came. I did not know the Lamb. All I know is, how come these people slim and they're not exercising? Right, because I reached to a point where I say, how come they're slim and they're not exercising? You understand? So then the Lord started to show me in the supernatural realm. Before that, I wasn't wearing no jewelry. And then I had a last $20. Yes, that's when the Lord had changed my name. And then I went and purchased a bracelet. You understand? 'Cause I just noticed my arms was fat, and I didn't like how fat my arms was. So I went and purchased a bracelet. And one day I put on the bracelet. Oh my God. I put on the bracelet. I felt great happiness in my arms by just putting on this beautiful bracelet. And then I heard the still small voice of the Lord, and He said, "You are beautiful." He said, "You are beautiful." By me wearing this bracelet. You see, the Lord don't see beauty as we see. By me finding, I just saw a great light. There's a light that I shine in my home and to show happiness. But it's not only for me alone though. Oh, what's my earring? Mm. Where's my So I wear the bracelet. When I wear the bracelet, I just felt good, happy. I felt my arms was just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And that was the first time I've ever felt my arms getting small by that bracelet and hearing the still small voice of the Lord. I was astounded. I was astonished. I marveled. Flowers. So I was like, oh my gosh. I'll make a bigger one because I don't want to get small anyways. So I was like, let's go and sit down. So, this is a long story. I was like, oh my gosh. But I saw it was the light. I saw the light of happiness. And the light of happiness comes from heaven. And the light of happiness is gold mixed with light. It's a light gold. I also saw the same light gold in my homes and hallways. But then suddenly I started to get foes. And I noticed that they were trying to take my happiness. And they were sitting on their tables, on their chairs. And then one day I saw a light going on their table and their chairs, a light of happiness. And I didn't like it because I wanted the light to come to me. So one day I said, I believe I can shift the light. So the light of happiness to come to me. So one day the Lord put the light of happiness on like the hallway where they usually walk my foes. So I took my hand supernaturally and I shifted the light to me. I just did this and it came to me. It came to me. I actually shift that light of happiness to me. That's how I could describe it. And it's a light to show you, point to you. It's like the hands of God or the whole arms of God showing you where you can be happy, where you can lose weight, where you can go to lose weight, or what you can eat to lose weight. There were days when I remember I saw the light of happiness. I was fasting and I saw the light of happiness. My mom was cooking food. It was early in the morning. She was cooking rice and fish, stew fish, her favorite. And I saw the light of happiness there. And I didn't get to go and eat it. You understand? I didn't get to go and eat it. So I start to see the light of happiness. That's one thing I saw. So it's not just happiness. It's like, and that's all in the realms of the lamp here, because you don't exercise to eat, right? I eat this. So I so then all of a sudden I I was just watching my sister and I was just noticing my sister sleep. So I watch her calves. Oh my God. I watch her calves and I say, how come her calves so slim? You understand? Then I start to really supplicate with Jesus Christ because I noticed it was getting difficult for me. I was going to UVI, but I remember I was going to UVI. While I was going to UVI, oh my gosh, then it shifted. That's when I started to feel back upon me. I was feeling back upon others. Then they start to shift. I began exercising hard, and then I got a vision where the Lord sent me to the original gym that I was going to. So, which was difficult and very expensive. So I made it my so when they were having like a free month, I would go there and then I would go and do cardio and I'm telling you that at the end of the year of 2023 December, the bedroom that I love went and do a video with that issue. Excuse me. And they did a video called The Spirit of Prophecy or Prophecy. And then I was going through a lot of that because I applied to get a job in Salvation Army. And I was about to get it because I did all the paperwork. I was going to $20 an hour. All of a sudden, I felt wrath was upon me very badly. Like I was gaining weight. So then after that, I decided to sacrifice and obey the Lord and go to the other fitness center, and then the college one was closing, and it wasn't really being effective to my body because I needed cardio. I was still too fat and solid. So I obeyed, and I finally went to the other one at the end of the year 2023. Consequently, I did not get a job in Salvation Army, which hurt me really, really bad because I applied. They called me. They said that you hired. I remember I was in the fitness center when they called me. They had an interview with me while I was there on the phone. She told me again $20 an hour, and I'll go out ever so often. Then suddenly the man said that he traveling. Once he traveling, I knew instantly that when he come back, something wouldn't. I wouldn't have got it. And then he traveled. When he came back, he just sent me a text and he said they can't hire me. They have too much issues in Puerto Rico with staffing. That hurt me because Salvation Army is a Christian company. You understand? And then the Lord showed me a dream that if I had get hired, the other workers wouldn't have get paid like if I care. Like whatever. That's what I'm doing. And then they hired volunteer, a guy. He was ordered by the court to work there, and I saw a lady working there. I'll see them again in December. Will you apply again? I don't even know what happened on my resume. I put all the resume. Nonetheless, I didn't get it, but I was about to. That I did me so well. I was gonna make $300 and something every 2 weeks. But it was a temporary job. It was only gonna be a month and a half, but that would have been good for me. Something temporary like that for a month and a half would help me pay all my bills. And I began deteriorating financially as a result. I sacrificed to go and exercise so I could be slim. And then, but I began deteriorating financially. Like things started to get really bad for me. Not having gasoline, being in captivities. I felt like they would want me in captivity so they could lose weight. It began getting worse and worse. But then I ended up getting blessing and blessings. I ended up getting more blessings actually. I got blessed a lot by my family members and family. Um, you know, I'm still on the journey of great happiness. It has not really ended yet because my thighs is not like when I see the Caucasian women, I see how flat they are. I saw how they have great space between between the vaginas. I say, Lord, I want that. I see body parts and I tell the Lord I want that, and the Lord will just give it to me just like that. Any body part I want, I just say, just give me, and He give me. That's how it is. And then He'll give me, and then He'll tell me how to exercise, what to do. Not everything He says to exercise. The days He tell me to go, He gave me dreams to go up on the mountains to be happy. There were moments He tell me to go by the beach. The moments He tell me to eat popcorn, and I start to get nose, smell, sense of the Lord. He tell me what to eat. I used to smell popcorn. I want popcorn to eat. New fasting, I feel to eat popcorn also. He'll tell me to eat popcorn. I'll smell popcorn, or I'll smell lemon, or I'll smell ice cream. So he opened my senses. He would tell me what to eat by sense. But then I end up like saying very, very stink right now. So I got a lot of attack on my nose. Then I start to learn about church. Oh my God, the hidden mystery of church and praying on your knees in church, the reward you get by praying on your knees. I went to church. I had a bad experience recently. I went to church, and usually when I go to church, the Lord will give me a reward for going to church and pursuing the kingdom of God. I came back, and then the adulteress stole my happy reward. And that was upon me for 8 hours on my thighs. My thighs to take. And the Bible talk about ties. That the book in the book of First Chronicles talk about how our ties, and He makes certain people ties to right, to right. So I pray that the Lord will remove blackness from your ties, because I see the Caucasian women ties. The ties is very nice. You understand? So he started to make me. Then I started to see Jesus. I had I got a chance, an encounter of seeing Jesus in the fitness center. I remember that I went to Miami. They rebuilt the college I went to. They actually rebuilt. They didn't want me there. They told me to get out of the fitness center. I was exercising. I wasn't going to the other one yet. The security guard came. The security guard came and he was harassing me every second. And he was telling me to leave. They don't want me to exercise. So I knew that it was some spiritual forces, the enemy, my foes adversary that didn't want me to exercise. My gosh, I got so much warfare just because of this promise. They told me to leave the fitness center to get out. Just like that. The guy just told me to just get out, just leave. They didn't want me there. I remember that I had $3,000. They had Mac on the piece on it, but I didn't care. I said I'm going on travel. And then I noticed my elbows and my arms was swelling up every day. My elbows was getting fat. And then I saw on my elbows, what I saw in the spirit realm was that one of my foes, he have a garden. He was always picking mangoes. So I saw the spirit of the mango by my elbows. So I knew the reason why my elbows wasn't getting slim was because of he was picking mangoes. Or God put the happiness of life by his mangoes. So I decided to travel, not because of only that, it was because of the rebellion. Because he told me to just get out. You understand? And he said something really bad. He said, like, I'm not an employee here. I don't have a job here, so get out. He made, it was really hurtful. You don't do that to someone. Always be nice to people, no matter what. It's better you don't even answer them than answer them in such a horrible way. You understand what I'm saying? So the girl defended it, and then she did some paperwork so I could stay there. And then, anyways, I traveled. When I traveled, I went to that horrible hotel, Comfort Suite Miami. Don't go there. And I had a divine encounter. I went to the fitness center to exercise my elbows, and I saw Jesus Christ there. I saw Jesus Christ at the gym. I saw him there 100%. I saw him there. I don't want to go gym there. I don't want to go. And I saw him there while I was exercising. And I saw a machine there. I noticed when I went to Miami, all women had great space. At that time, I didn't have great space. At that moment, flower space. At that moment, I didn't have space. I was rubbing a lot, and it was really destroying my pants. I was rubbing between my legs. Between my legs were black, very unattractive, and between my legs had holes. All my pants was getting holes, and I was rubbing, and I didn't understand why all men had great space and the women here didn't have great space. So I traveled to Miami. When I traveled to Miami, I was astonished. I was astonished. I saw all women with great space. I see the thickest Santos. They thick, but they have great space. They had space, and then they got cut. They would be through them while they walking, even though they thick with big, and they had big bam bam too. I was astonished. So when I went to the fitness center, the machine that looked like it was giving space, they mash it up, they unplug it. But I had these shoes, everlasting happiness shoes. And the Lord gave me a divine revelation of everlasting happiness, a special type of liquid where you paint it and then you get everlasting happiness. So I put the everlasting shoes on. And when I was walking, the Lord was just giving me space. I went on the airplane, and as soon as I reached on the plane, I just got space. The Lord just started to open my legs. That was in the year of 2023. I first felt great space between my legs. I felt the Lord opening my leg. I never felt that before. Never. It's when I had to go to Miami just to feel that. I came back from Miami. I got this space. I remember I had the pink stiletto shoes. Oh, I could never forget that pink shoes. I love that pink shoes. My sister and my mom decided to go and travel. They went and traveled in the spirit realm. When someone travels, they usually take out. I noticed that any moment they travel, they take a body part. So to get navigation, they take my pink in the spirit realm. I see they up to now I traumatized about. They take my pink stiletto, my happy stiletto, and they went on the plane with it. Up to now, they take my pink stiletto And they went and traveled with it. I hate when they travel. When they travel, they always want to take something. The other moment they travel, they didn't take no happiness. They went and leave their pain. She was going through two pain. They leave their pain behind. As soon as she travel, I start to feel pain, pain. But I prophesy this moment when they travel, they ain't gonna be the same anymore. They ain't gonna be happy traveling because I know they're traveling. They ain't gonna be. They're not gonna be happy traveling again. I suffer too much because of their travels and because of my poverty, and I'm unable to travel. You understand? I was able to travel to Miami, which I wasn't supposed to travel, but I kind of found that I had money, so I did, and I don't regret traveling because I did the encounter of Jesus Christ. It was actually the trance of Jesus Christ. That's the real. But I did encounter the Lord there. You understand? Satan the Lord rebuke you. Go to hell. You understand? I guess maybe I'll go out. Right. Right. Mhm. Anyways, let me see. Okay, it's 41 minutes. So oh gosh, I will do a part two of it because it's a long story. Okay.